Today I will explain you how a tiny piece of kinesio tape can help you creating more paddling power, more rotation in your turns, and also developing a more dynamic surfing style. This is how I put the kinesio tape on my paddle. So I put it on two different points. I put it on like upper on the shaft and also slightly lower on the shaft. Okay, the upper one on the shaft is where I normally position my hand for paddling, not only paddling for the wave, but just paddling around. Why I put it here? Just because the kinesio tape gives me some extra texture, so my hand doesn't slide. So I don't use wax on my paddle. I really like the kinesio tape for that matter. So that hand will be holding what we called the paddling grip. Yeah, my second tape, my second mark here, this is what I call my surfing grip. Okay, so most of the time I move my hand from my paddling grip to my surfing grip for different reasons and in different moments. When you move from a staggered stance to a surfing stance, and if you're not familiar with the different stances on a paddle surfboard, make sure you check our video about SUP surfing paddling stances. But when you go from a staggered stance to a surfing stance, we always talk about your body dropping in height, so staying more compact, bending your knees, so that makes yourself actually also shorter. It moves your center of mass closer to the board, which really allows you to become more stable, more agile, and it really helps you to get into the waves, right? So when you do that, because you get shorter, also it's important for your hand to slide down the shaft. So this will allow you to keep that paddle closer to the water, and also it will allow you to increase the leverage of your paddling stroke. Okay, so you'll be able to also produce more power and more cadence on your stroke, your paddling stroke. So that's the benefit of when you're paddling for a wave and you're moving from different stances like staggered to surfing stance. This really helps you to get that extra amount of power into your stroke. Then, when you're actually surfing, moving your hand from the paddling grip to the surfing grip will allow you to do different things. One of them is to open automatically your chest, open your shoulders, which will facilitate the amount of rotation you will apply during your surfing. Okay, so sliding that hand down the shaft will be beneficial to your style, to the amount of rotation and the amount of power you can bring out of your surfing. A lot of people also tend to drag the blade on the water when they're surfing, which slows you down. So by sliding your lower hand from the paddling grip to a little bit lower down the shaft, besides all the benefits of getting more rotation out of your turns, it will also help you to keep that blade out of the water, maximizing the usage of the rail of the board in order to turn more efficiently. It will naturally prevent harm surfing and promote a much more full body surfing. Naturally, it will improve the connection between your eyes, your shoulders, your hips, and the board. Your cutbacks will feel smoother and more powerful, while allowing you to be faster from rail to rail during transitions. So hopefully it will help you to create a more dynamic, more powerful, and more fluid surfing style.